Hello, my classy ladies. To be unforgettable is to master the delicate balance of feminine warmth and profound presence. If you value this journey of refinement, please subscribe to the channel. Today, we explore 8 habits that make your elegant aura permanent. Let us begin. Habit 1. Developing a signature scent memory. The first habit that guarantees you will be remembered long after you have left the room is the intentional development of a signature scent memory. Human biology dictates that the olfactory system is uniquely and powerfully connected to the limbic system, which is the exact center of the brain responsible for processing emotion and storing long-term memory. When you carefully curate a specific fragrance and wear it with unwavering consistency, you are essentially programming yourself into the memories of everyone you interact with. You bypass their logical brain and create a deeply emotional sensory anchor. Months or even years later, if they encounter that specific note of jasmine, sandalwood, or bergamot on the breeze, their mind will instantly and vividly summon your face, your energy, and your presence. To achieve this level of unforgettable elegance, you must abandon the habit of wearing a different perfume every single day based on your fleeting mood. While a diverse fragrance wardrobe can be fun, it completely dilutes your personal brand. The memorable woman chooses 1 or perhaps 2 masterfully crafted scents and makes them her olfactory trademark. This fragrance should never be aggressively loud, overly sugary, or mass-produced to the point of being generic. The most sophisticated signature scents often exist as skin scents, complex blends featuring warm amber, soft musk, white tea, or earthy vetiver that melt into your natural body chemistry. The goal is to smell like an elevated, luxurious version of yourself, rather than smelling like you just walked through a department store cosmetic floor. It should be a quiet discovery for those allowed into your intimate space, not a loud announcement that precedes your arrival. The application of your signature scent is just as critical as the perfume itself. The elegant woman never mists herself wildly in a cloud of alcohol and synthetic oils. She applies her fragrance strategically to her pulse points, the delicate skin behind the lobes of the ears, the base of the throat, the inside of the wrists, and the back of the knees. The natural heat generated by these specific areas works throughout the day to slowly and beautifully diffuse the fragrance into the surrounding air. This creates a mesmerizing phenomenon known as sillage, which is the soft, lingering trail of scent that hangs in the air as you walk past. Habit 2. Mastering the art of the pause in conversation. The second habit that distinguishes a truly unforgettable woman is mastering the profoundly powerful art of the pause in conversation. In our fast-paced, highly reactive modern society, the vast majority of people do not actually listen. They simply wait for their turn to speak. They rush to fill every single second of dead air with nervous chatter, anxious over explaining, or rapid-fire agreements. They interrupt others in an eager attempt to prove their own intelligence or relate their own experiences. The elegant woman completely subverts this expectation by weaponizing the power of silence. She understands that a well-placed pause is a sign of immense self-assurance, emotional intelligence, and captivating mystery. When you are engaged in a conversation and someone asks you a question, the immediate instinct is to answer as quickly as possible to avoid awkwardness. The unforgettable woman entirely resists this urge. Instead, she looks the person directly in the eyes, takes a slow, steady breath, and allows 2 or 3 full seconds of silence to pass before she opens her mouth. To the person waiting for the response, this brief pause feels monumental. It immediately signals that you are deeply considering their words and that your response will be highly intentional rather than a rehearsed, knee-jerk reaction. It draws them in, commanding their absolute attention. They lean forward, suddenly hanging on your every word, because your silence has implicitly communicated that what you are about to say is highly valuable and worth waiting for. Mastering the pause also transforms you into a masterful listener, which is perhaps the most endearing trait a human being can possess. When the person speaking to you finishes their sentence, do not immediately jump in with your own anecdote. Let their words hang in the air for a moment. This validates their existence and makes them feel profoundly heard and respected. People rarely remember the exact words you say to them, but they will never forget how you made them feel. When you give someone the gift of your undivided, unhurried attention, you make them feel incredibly important. They will walk away from the interaction feeling uplifted and seen, and they will forever associate that beautiful feeling of validation directly with your presence. Furthermore, the conversational pause acts as a brilliant protective boundary. If someone asks you an invasive question or makes a passive-aggressive remark, the most elegant response is absolute silence. By simply looking at them without speaking, you force them to sit in the discomfort of their own rudeness. You do not lower your vibration by arguing or defending yourself. You simply let the silence reject their negativity. This level of composure is incredibly intimidating and deeply memorable. It shows that you are the sole master of your own reactions and that you cannot be easily rattled by external forces. Habit 3. Remembering small details about others. The third habit that solidifies your status as an unforgettable presence is the practice of remembering and referencing small, highly specific details about others. At the very core of human psychology is a desperate universal craving to be truly seen, heard, and valued. In a world where most interactions are superficial and fleeting, taking the time to catalog the nuances of someone's life elevates you from a mere acquaintance to an extraordinary individual. When you remember the tiny things that people mention in passing, you demonstrate a level of emotional intelligence and profound attentiveness that is exceedingly rare. This habit immediately disarms people, building deep trust and a lasting sense of endearment that ensures they will never forget you. The most fundamental application of this habit begins with remembering names. A person's name is the sweetest and most important sound in any language to them. The elegant woman does not rely on the lazy excuse of being terrible with names. When she is introduced to someone new, she repeats their name back to them instantly, actively files it away in her memory, and uses it naturally during the farewell. But the truly unforgettable woman goes much deeper than the name. She remembers that her colleague prefers her coffee with a splash of oat milk, that her friend's mother was recently recovering from a minor surgery, or that a new acquaintance mentioned a passion for mid-century architecture during a brief chat at a dinner party. When you recall these details weeks or even months later, the impact is absolutely staggering. Sending a quick message to check on their mother's recovery, or pointing out an architectural magazine article because it reminded you of their interest, creates a profound emotional connection. It silently communicates, "You are important to me, and I value our interactions enough to hold on to your words." This level of, you made them feel so deeply significant. They will inevitably view you as a significant, remarkable figure in their own life. To master this habit, you must become a highly active listener. You must stop waiting for your turn to speak and start listening for the subtle clues people drop about their passions, their worries, and their preferences. Some highly elegant women even keep a private, dedicated section in their phone notes to jot down these small details after social engagements. This is not manipulative. It is the ultimate expression of care and refined social grace. It shows a dedication to building high-quality, substantive relationships. Habit 4. Maintaining soft but confident eye contact. The fourth habit that cements your identity as an unforgettable woman is the mastery of maintaining soft but exceptionally confident eye contact. The eyes are universally recognized as the windows to the soul, and how you deploy your gaze is one of the most powerful tools of nonverbal communication in your entire arsenal. In our modern, technology-driven era, genuine, sustained eye contact has become a rarity. People are constantly looking down at their screens, glancing around the room for better opportunities, or shifting their gaze due to social anxiety and insecurity. By holding a steady, intentional gaze, you immediately separate yourself from the distracted masses, projecting an aura of profound presence, absolute self-worth, and captivating feminine power. However, there is a very fine line between an elegant gaze and an aggressive stare. The goal is never to engage in a dominance ritual or a glaring contest, which reads as overly masculine and intimidating. Instead, the unforgettable woman cultivates what is known as the soft gaze. This involves making direct eye contact while intentionally relaxing the tiny muscles around the eyes, the forehead, and the jaw. It is a look of receptive warmth and deep interest, rather than intense, piercing scrutiny. When you look at someone with a soft, relaxed gaze, you invite them in. You create an intimate, invisible tether between you and the speaker, making them feel as though they are the only person in the entire world at that specific moment. Maintaining this gentle yet unwavering eye contact is especially crucial during moments of introduction and farewell. When you shake someone's hand, looking them directly in the eye cements the connection and ensures you leave a strong, immediate imprint on their memory. Furthermore, when you are speaking, maintaining eye contact conveys absolute conviction and truthfulness in your words. It tells the listener that you completely believe in what you are saying and that you are not seeking external validation. If you must look away to gather your thoughts, do so by casting your eyes slowly to the side or slightly upward, rather than dropping your gaze to the floor, which subconsciously signals submission or a lack of confidence. This habit is equally important when you are the one listening. While the other person is speaking, holding their gaze acts as a silent form of profound encouragement. It shows that you are actively processing their narrative, not just waiting for them to finish. If holding direct eye contact for long periods feels overly intense, you can use the classic elegant technique of moving your gaze gently within the inverted triangle of their face, from one eye to the other and down to the bridge of their nose. This prevents the gaze from feeling overly predatory while maintaining a high level of deep, focused attention. By mastering soft but confident eye contact, you project an undeniable, quiet luxury. It shows that you are completely comfortable in your own skin and entirely unafraid of authentic human connection. This level of serene confidence is highly magnetic and exceptionally memorable. People are naturally drawn to those who can see them clearly without judgment. You leave them with a lingering feeling of having been truly understood and respected. The elegant, soft gaze is a silent signature that communicates deep emotional intelligence, ensuring that your interactions are not merely fleeting moments, but powerful, unforgettable encounters that permanently resonate in the minds of others. Habit 5. Cultivating a gentle, measured tone of voice. The fifth habit that guarantees you will leave a lasting, elegant impression is cultivating a gentle, measured tone of voice. Auditory presence is an incredibly powerful, yet frequently overlooked component of personal magnetism. The way you sound dictates how your message is received long before the actual meaning of your words is processed by the listener. In a world that is increasingly loud, chaotic, and aggressively noisy, a woman who speaks softly, smoothly, and deliberately is a highly captivating anomaly. She does not need to shout to be heard. Instead, she forces the room to quiet down and lean in to catch her words. This subtle shift in auditory dynamics places her in a position of quiet, unshakable authority. Many people suffer from conversational anxiety, which naturally causes their vocal pitch to rise, their speaking pace to drastically accelerate, and their breath to become shallow. This results in a shrill, deeply from her diaphragm rather than her chest, which naturally lowers the pitch of her voice, adding a rich, warm, and velvety resonance. A lower, well-modulated pitch is scientifically proven to be perceived as more trustworthy, competent, and soothing. It wraps the listener in a blanket of auditory comfort, making your presence highly desirable. Pacing is equally critical to this elegant habit. The woman who is universally remembered speaks slowly and distinctly. She articulates her consonants clearly and rounds her vowels, avoiding the lazy habit of mumbling or trailing off at the end of her sentences. By speaking at a measured, deliberate pace, you project a profound sense of inner peace. It suggests that you are entirely in control of your time and your emotions, and that you respect your own thoughts enough to deliver them beautifully. Rushing through your sentences implies a subconscious fear that you will be interrupted, or that your words are not valuable enough to command sustained attention. Furthermore, cultivating a gentle tone means actively eliminating harsh auditory tics, such as aggressive sarcasm, loud, sudden bursts of laughter, or the grating sound of vocal fry. Elegance is rooted in smoothness and harmony. When you speak with warmth and gentleness, even when delivering a firm boundary or expressing a differing opinion, you disarm hostility and invite respectful dialogue. You become a voice of reason and serenity in any environment. People will seek out your company simply because listening to you speak makes them feel calmer and more centered. Mastering this habit transforms your voice into an instrument of profound influence. It is not about forcing an artificial breathy whisper, but rather about discovering the most relaxed, resonant, and beautiful version of your natural voice. When you speak with a measured, gentle cadence, you elevate the entire atmosphere of the room. You leave a lingering musical imprint on the memories of those you interact with. Long after the specific details of the conversation have faded away, people will vividly remember the soothing, dignified, and exceptionally elegant way you sounded. This auditory signature is a powerful tool of sophisticated femininity, ensuring that your memory remains deeply pleasant and absolutely unforgettable. Habit 6. Never oversharing. The sixth habit that defines an unforgettable woman is her strict adherence to the golden rule of mystery: never oversharing. In contemporary society, there is an intense, culturally normalized pressure to bare your soul, broadcast your deepest traumas, and document every mundane detail of your personal life for public consumption. This phenomenon is often falsely disguised as authenticity or vulnerability. However, the elegant woman understands that true vulnerability must be earned through trust and time. It is not a commodity to be handed out freely to acquaintances, coworkers, or strangers on the internet. By holding back the intimate details of her life, she cultivates an aura of captivating mystery and profound self-respect that makes her infinitely fascinating. When you overshare, you immediately drain the intrigue from your persona. If someone knows everything about your childhood, your past relationships, your financial stresses, and your daily grievances within the first hour of meeting you, there is absolutely nothing left for them to discover. You have read them the entire book before they even finish the first chapter. Furthermore, chronic oversharing is often a subconscious attempt to force an artificial sense of intimacy or to seek external validation. It signals a lack of internal boundaries and a desperate need to be understood by everyone. The high-value woman does not require universal understanding. She requires dignity, privacy, and selective connection. To become unforgettable, you must master the art of being gracefully elusive. When asked a personal question by an acquaintance, the elegant woman provides an answer that is polite, warm, and entirely sufficient, but crucially lacks exhaustive, gritty detail. She answers the question, but she does not offer a monologue. She operates on a strict need-to-know basis. This disciplined restraint acts as a powerful magnet. Human beings are naturally drawn to the unknown. When you reveal yourself slowly, layer by careful layer, you keep people perpetually interested. They want to invest time and energy into figuring you out, precisely because you have not made it effortlessly easy for them. This habit also serves as an absolute fortress for your reputation. The less you say about your private life, your relationship struggles, or your career doubts, the less ammunition you provide for gossip and drama. The elegant woman is never the subject of cheap break-room chatter, because she simply does not provide the raw materials for it. Her personal life remains her sacred, private domain. By maintaining this strict boundary, she projects an image of untouchable grace and emotional stability. She is perceived as a highly secure, independent entity who processes her own challenges privately, or with a very tight, highly trusted inner circle. Habit 7. Radiating warmth through open posture. The seventh habit that cements your status as a profoundly memorable woman is the physical discipline of radiating warmth through an open, inviting posture. Elegance is a holistic experience. It encompasses not only what you say and how you sound, but precisely how your physical body occupies the space around you. Studies in nonverbal communication consistently prove that up to 80% of human interaction is dictated entirely by body language. You can wear the most luxurious garments and speak with a flawless vocabulary, but if your body language is closed, defensive, or visually anxious, your presence will be perceived as cold and forgettable. The unforgettable woman masters the exact geometry of grace, using her physical form to silently project absolute confidence and magnetic warmth. The most common mistake women make when feeling nervous or unsure in social settings is resorting to a closed posture. This typically involves crossing the arms tightly across the chest, hunching the shoulders inward to appear smaller, crossing the legs tightly while pointing them away from the speaker, or clutching a handbag like a protective shield over the torso. These physical behaviors are primal defense mechanisms. They silently scream that you are uncomfortable, unapproachable, and desperate to protect your vital organs from perceived social threats. This rigid, defensive energy repels connection. The elegant woman actively overrides these nervous instincts, choosing instead to present a beautifully open, vulnerable, and completely relaxed physical canvas. To radiate true warmth, you must begin with the alignment of your spine and the positioning of your chest. Imagine your heart center is emitting a soft golden light that needs to shine freely toward the people you are interacting with. Keep your shoulders rolled back and drop gently down your spine, ensuring your chest remains open and unblocked when you stand or sit. Keep your arms relaxed at your sides or resting gently in your lap, avoiding the urge to cross them. Exposing the inner wrists and the front of the torso subconsciously signals to others that you are safe, unarmed, and entirely receptive to their presence. It is a posture of supreme, unbothered sovereignty. Habit 8. Giving specific, uplifting compliments. The eighth and final habit that guarantees you will become the woman everyone remembers is the beautiful, generous art of giving highly specific, uplifting compliments. In a world that is often highly critical, cynical, and driven by intense comparison, a woman who freely and genuinely elevates others is a breathtaking anomaly. Most people move through their daily lives feeling completely unseen, underappreciated, and starved for authentic validation. When you become a source of unexpected, high-quality praise, you create an intense emotional bond with the recipient. You leave a permanent, glowing imprint on their heart, ensuring that they will associate your name and your face with the profound joy of feeling truly recognized and deeply valued. However, to master this elegant habit, you must graduate far beyond the realm of generic, superficial flattery. Telling someone you look nice today or I love your dress is certainly polite, but it is ultimately entirely forgettable. A high-class compliment is characterized by its laser-focused specificity and its focus on character, effort, or unique aesthetic choices, rather than just genetics. The unforgettable woman pays close attention to the details that others miss, and she vocalizes her appreciation for those exact nuances. She compliments the specific, masterful way a colleague handled a difficult presentation, noting their incredible composure under extreme pressure. She tells a hostess that the specific arrangement of wildflowers on the dining table perfectly captures her vibrant, warm personality. By highlighting the unseen effort or the internal qualities of a person, you validate their soul rather than just their surface. When you tell a friend that they have a beautifully calming presence and that you always feel grounded around them, you are offering a profound observation that strikes at the core of their identity. These are the types of compliments that people write down in their journals and remember for the rest of their lives. Furthermore, the elegant woman delivers these compliments with absolutely zero expectation of receiving anything in return. She does not use praise as a manipulative tool to gain favor. She offers it simply because she recognizes beauty and excellence, and she feels compelled to acknowledge it gracefully. The delivery of the compliment is just as crucial as the wording. When you offer your specific praise, you must do so with absolute sincerity, making soft, direct eye contact and maintaining a warm, gentle smile. Do not rush the delivery or immediately change the subject. Allow the compliment to land gently, giving the recipient the beautiful opportunity to absorb the kindness. If they attempt to deflect or downplay the praise due to modesty, simply hold their gaze and softly reaffirm your statement, ensuring they truly hear the validation you are offering them. Becoming unforgettable is not about demanding attention, but about offering a presence of undeniable grace and warmth. By cultivating these 8 habits, your elegance will linger beautifully in the minds of others. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay classy.